Hi, I'm Debbie.
And I'm Megan.
We are real life scientists, and we want to share some sciencey stories that are wild, most of the time hilarious,
Most of the time.
but with an ad libs twist.
You are listening to Lab Libs.
I'm a bio-pirate, actually. A mouse on a frog? You can't put a mouse on a frog, can you?
Square dancing!
Square dancing!
Woo!
Yeehaw!
Now this time yours is the one that's like a question mark.
Yeah, but I figured it was better than being like, oh, it's a whole bunch of really terrible things.
But you're gonna laugh.
No, it's not. It's not terrible. It's a funny one. It's there's
Mostly hilarious.
There's a little pinch of not freaking funny in there, but
mostly hilarious.
Mostly hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's primarily hilarious.
Okay. I got your 2 out of context quotes as usual because I have to give you 2.
Right.
The first one is from the Sunday Herald,
Okay.
and it says, each pack seems to have its leader, which keeps watch while his mates carry out their work of destruction.
Okay. Okay, my first question is, are we talking about humans or animals?
Well,
Is my first question.
I don't know.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, I know. Okay, that's a random, I think a random observer? Yes, an observer.
Okay.
We'll say. Said, the enemy is a tough, prolific, gangly marauder of the sand plains.
Oh. The enemy is a what?
A tough, prolific, gangly marauder of the sand plains.
What even is a marauder?
I think
Like a thief? Like a
I think they
conqueror?
They like maraud. Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, I think
Oh, thank you, Debbie. That helped a lot.
conqueror, stealing, conquering, whatever. Yeah.
Like taking over
like that.
places.
Right. Exactly. That's right.
Marauder.
Marauder. Okay. First sentence is your first category, which was a continent. And you said Africa.
Yep.
So far, what do you think?
Just based on your out of context quotes?
Based on my out of context quotes, what are you thinking? You think you got the
sand plains is my only real clue of location
you don't know what
here.
That means?
I guess I'd say no idea.
Okay.
There could be sand plains on multiple, I think maybe
A lot of continents, yeah.
every continent might
Maybe.
have some sand plains.
Maybe. Okay, well, I'll just tell you the answer. It's not Africa, it's Australia.
Okay.
So the first sentence is, after World War I, Australia faced a problem that many countries had to also deal with. Thousands of soldiers returning home, and the government needed to find a way to help them start new lives.
After World War I?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I never really thought about Australia's
Right?
contribution to the world wars
Right?
in general.
I know.
I definitely...
We don't have any listeners there yet, so feel free to...
No listeners in Australia?
I don't think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can talk all the shit.
No. I've always wanted to go to Australia. Okay, anyways, I did not even think about Australia as an option when I was thinking of continents.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
I was between either saying South America or Africa or like Asia, I think were the ones I thought of right away.
Interesting. Okay. So
what is this problem then that they had to deal with?
thousands of soldiers returning home.
Oh, okay.
And the government needed to find a way to help them start new lives.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Australia was like many countries that had this problem.
Right.
In fact, this is a common problem after war. The solution seemed simple at the time. Officials decided to give returned soldiers land so they could become farmers.
Okay. That seems like a straightforward plan.
It does, but you know what it kind of reminded me of? How they kept saying everyone's going to be a coder. The job market was going to... You're going to have to be a coder. Like,
Everyone's going to have to learn
you're
to code.
a coal mine worker? You're going to have to learn how to code.
So everyone
you're
from all...
You're going to need to be a farmer. Sorry. Like,
everyone from all different skill sets and walks of life, we're just going to magically come back from the war and become farmers.
be farmers.
Okay.
That's right. Yep. So it sounds like a pretty good solution. This became known as the Soldier Settlement Scheme.
Oh, that's a fun, catchy name.
That is a fun, catchy name.
That is very fun.
Although this solution caused some really serious problems, in order for the Australian government to give away land, it first needed to be taken from the Aboriginal people.
Oh.
Right. So that's a little bit of
that's the big thing.
Fun stuff.
So that's totally fucked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of worse than that too. Okay, along with this terrible problem, other issues arose, including farming failures and eventually one of the strangest events in history. During the First World War, the government rightly believed it had a duty to support the soldiers who fought.
Okay.
A newspaper at the time wrote that the nation, quote, the nation owes them a sacred duty and the nation must discharge that duty, which helped push leaders in the government to create programs to help veterans once the war ended.
This is all happening specifically in Australia that you're referring to? Okay.
Yeah. They set up pensions and also planned to give soldiers land so that they could build farms and support themselves. However, the plan was rushed and, like most government schemes, not fully thought out.
I love that they call it a scheme.
I know.
Did the government call it a scheme?
I think that's what it was called.
That is so strange.
Is not a good word.
Scheme is not a good word.
No.
That does not have good feeling behind it.
No, I don't like settlement either. None of it sounds good.
Yeah.
You're not selling me on
Not at all.
Some leaders were worried about, quote unquote, cities congested with idle men.
Okay. Why didn't they just give them regular jobs? Why didn't...
Coder.
There must have been other jobs available because all the men were at war and, like...
I don't know.
There was probably, like...
I have no idea.
Were there other jobs available? I guess I don't know anything about war, but
Not
like...
everybody can be a farmer.
Right. I don't understand why they were so specific.
I don't know. So they pushed the settlement plans forward more quickly because they were worried about these cities getting congested with idle men.
Oh, okay. That's why they rushed their plans?
Yes. Some leaders were worried about, quote unquote, cities congested with idle men.
Did they think they were going to be like on the streets or?
I'm guessing that's what they mean by all up in the city,
right?
Idly in the city.
God forbid we just give people houses, huh?
Oh my God.
God forbid we just solve a housing crisis.
Oh my gosh. I was like, oh, that's a really nice reason to do this.
What if you were like, I don't want to be a farmer?
I don't want to be a farmer. Well, sorry.
Sucks for you. Go be idle in the city.
Okay, so
what happened? They rushed
the soldier settlement scheme officially began near the end of the war and then continued after it. The idea was to turn soldiers into farmers by giving them small pieces of land, often in rural areas. You know, I can't say that word. I never have been able to, never going to say it again. Rural. Often in rural areas that had not been fully developed in Australia. The government wanted to create farming communities made up of returned soldiers and their families, And this idea fit the popular belief at the time and still today that owning a small farm was a good and honorable way to live. Officials hoped the scheme would help the economy, help populate the inland, and reward veterans.
It's like one of those things that when you just say it without any questioning, it sounds nice. And then if you think about it for like 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, you can't scratch that surface very much. No, I know.
Yeah.
But there was a major problem with the land being used.
That it belonged to someone already?
It was not empty. That's right.
Right.
And
That's usually the case when you're trying to settle somewhere.
yeah. Okay, we're going to test your history knowledge right quick with this next. Lab
Oh,
Libs.
I'm so good at history.
No, you're terrible. Okay. The category I gave you was a decade in the early 1900s.
Okay.
I'm going to read you the sentence. Then you're going to tell me if your answer is or isn't correct.
Okay, and you're going to tell me why I chose that answer I chose.
Okay. But you still have to answer whether you think it's right or not.
This is getting really meta.
Great.
Okay.
Okay. In the
Blank.
much of the land in Western Australia where soldier settlements and farming expanded was traditionally inhabited by Aboriginal peoples or First Nation groups. I'll pause there so you can answer the question. So, given the time period that we're talking about right now.
So, like, prior to the war.
No, this is, I mean, like, after when they're trying to, this time frame that we're talking about.
Okay.
When they're
Just
starting
after
these
World War
settlements.
One. Mm-hmm. That's my history question.
That's right. So you said 1910s.
I feel like World War II was in the 1930s, right? With like the Holocaust and stuff.
That one.
This is the second one, and that was in the 30s, I think. So World War One must have been like, it's got to be at least like 20 or 30 years before.
You would hope it would have been that much longer before, huh? No, those ones were actually pretty back to back.
Really? So it was like the 20s?
This subject is now the 30s. It's like, well after the war is done, but I think that, I don't know.
So World War One and World War Two
like
happened
1920
close
or
together?
something? Yeah.
Huh. I did not know that.
I'm going to look it up.
Oh, so you can pretend that you know more history than me.
I'm going to say I looked it up.
Maybe World War II was in the 40s.
I said 1920s. It's 1918 it ended.
Okay.
It's the Second World War, I believe, started in 37. But those are still really close together, aren't they?
Yeah.
For a world war? Like, man, let's do it again. It sucked so bad
I guess
the first time.
maybe they just never really solved
They
things.
didn't squash the beef.
Yeah. They didn't squash the beef.
That's what it was. Yeah, okay.
It was just a continuation, really.
Maybe.
I have no idea.
I don't either. So, like I said, it was traditionally inhabited by the Aboriginal peoples or in the 1930s or First Nation groups, including the Noongar in the southwest areas, like near Perth and the Wheat Belt, which is apparently a thing.
Okay.
And many of them were forced onto reservations or missions.
Ew. Hate that.
Yeah. Large areas that had been used by Aboriginal communities for a long time were taken away and given to the white soldiers and stuff.
Ooh. Well, you know, the First Nations people in Australia do like the most powerful protests now. Have you seen them?
Do they?
They like went into Congress and they were like chanting and their traditional beat, within like rhythm, and it was so beautiful to watch because the facial expressions on their leader were like fierce, like really fierce, and they were chanting all together.
Awesome.
And they went and they ripped the bill that they were protesting in half right in front of everybody, and it worked.
That's a big, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
to see like they've persisted, I guess.
Yeah, I know. In some cases, reserves were turned into crown land and then divided into settlement blocks. Now, your next Lab Libs. The category was were or were not.
That was an interesting category. I liked it.
I'm going to give you the sentence.
Okay.
And you're going to tell me. What did you put first?
I think I put were.
Were? Okay, let's see. Disgustingly, Aboriginal soldiers who had fought in the war, allowed to apply for land, and unsurprisingly...
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Were not allowed to apply for
I'm
land.
so mad. What the fuck?
Yep.
They took their land, and even if they did fight in the war for them,
That's right.
they didn't get that benefit back.
That's right. They couldn't even apply.
They couldn't even apply. It's wild. That's so personal. That's so like fuck you specifically.
It is.
Oh man.
And they also didn't receive a lot of the benefits that like the white veterans got.
Yeah.
So,
Man.
solidly
that's
wrong on
sad.
that one. You
Solidly wrong. For
the soldiers who did receive land, the scheme did not work very well.
Yeah. I was already kind of guessing that.
It's a scheme, and schemes are not, I don't think they're ever going to really go that well, right?
And it's just a bad idea.
it's a
Like
terrible
logistically, once you think about it, like
terrible idea. And why would everybody want to be a farmer?
why would everyone want to be a farmer? Why would you need that many farmers? Obviously, that land was in use doing something, being something for people that is not a farm.
Right.
Or it is a farm and you're just going to walk in and take it over not knowing anything.
Yep.
And,
Yeah.
there's so many problems.
So your next category is...
And, like, no hate to the soldiers. I'm sure it's hard to fight in a war and everything, but just because you did doesn't mean you deserve that land over the people who've stewarded it for their lives and their families' lives.
Of course. And there's other ways to support the soldiers that came back from the war.
Yeah, why not just build an apartment complex somewhere?
Here, learn how to code. Okay. Your next category was problems you might have with farming.
The only thing I thought was screwworm flies.
Wow, yeah, I know. I was like, I see where you got that one from. You said animal infections.
Right.
So many of the farms were in areas with poor soil, little rain, and other difficult conditions.
Who does that remind us of?
Fordlandia.
Back to our roots.
That's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, here we go.
God.
Another scheme.
Another scheme. Everybody thinks they can just do shit.
I know.
And they don't need to, know shit at all.
Nope. Don't need to know anything. Just make it happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so thousands of soldiers were settled in Western Australia, but the harsh environment made farming very hard. The land in the wheat belt region had once been a natural ecosystem, but by the early 1930s, it had been cleared so that the former soldiers could grow, your next Lab Libs, a crop.
You probably got it wrong. I said something so random.
Soybeans. That's not that random, though, is it? I don't know if they have them there.
I don't know if that was a thing so early. Like, were we, eating a bunch of soybeans like we are now?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know.
But it's in the wheat belt, so what do you think?
Probably wheat.
It's probably wheat. Yeah, it's wheat.
That's interesting because, okay, here's how bad I am at history. I spent so long one year when I was a teacher teaching the kids about the Dust Bowl. Like, that was, a huge chapter in our curriculum. Mm-hmm. I don't remember what that is, but I do remember it was, an era in American history in the 1930s. And the crops all dried up. I wonder if it's any relation.
Maybe.
to what was happening here, because you're saying the crops all dried up. It used to be wheat, and now there's no more.
It might correlate. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
You might have to do a Lab Libs on that, though, because I've heard a lot about this Dust Bowl thing, but I've actually never really learned about
Pull out my old teaching curriculum and learn you something from ninth grade biology of plants city high.
Cool to learn about it, but I'm not gonna read about it. So
Yeah. I remember it was sort of interesting, and then also though it was like, okay, we get it.
It's dusty. We get it. It's dusty.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Okay, so what you're gonna also find here is that prices for wheat fell. Go figure. Everyone was growing wheat.
Yeah, supply and demand.
That whole thing. And the government did not always provide the financial support it promised. Because of this, many farmers struggled to survive.
Shocking.
By the early 1930s, a large number of returned soldiers had already left their farms.
Wait, okay, imagine you're one of these farmers, okay? You go... Soldier farmer. You go, they're like, you go back home. They're like, we're going to set you up good. We're going to teach you how to farm. They've got brochures, probably. They've got like real good salespeople talking you up, right? When you get home. And you are lost because you've been in the war all this time and stuff, and you latch onto it, I'm sure.
Of course.
Easily. And you're like, wow, this sounds great. Yeah. Farm, all for me. I'm going to make it big. I'm going to have a livelihood. Look at this, animals and everything. They're going to help me.
You look around and everybody's growing wheat.
And you get there and then they just leave you there. Probably with like one brochure about farming.
Oh God. These people.
And they're like, figure it out.
What is wrong with people?
Yeah.
They never learn.
Have they never even played Settlers of Catan? Like, you can't just everybody be having wheat. Because then when you need all the other stuff, everybody's only got wheat to trade.
If you were gonna make everybody a farmer, you needed to really spread it around different crops.
Yeah.
What is everybody gonna do with wheat?
Okay.
Just all wheat all the time?
It's so sad when you're playing. I don't know if you've ever played that game, but it is so sad when everyone's got, there's like 4 resources.
Yeah.
And that like you can, it's not secret what everyone's been getting each turn,
Right.
And so like it's the saddest thing to be like, does anyone want any wheat? I'll trade wheat for anything. I'll give you 2 wheat.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
And everyone stays silent. No one wants your wheat.
Okay, so the whole scheme at this point is like becoming considered a failure, right?
Yeah.
So, just when conditions were already bad for the farmers, another problem appeared. In 1932, a severe drought
Oh, great.
region.
Oh, great.
So that's why I said maybe it does correlate with the Dust Bowl.
Yeah.
Because if that was in the 30s, then maybe it's the same.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so huge drought. Wonderful, right?
Wonderful. Bet those wheat prices went back up.
Settlers found themselves now fighting a war at home, too. The enemy force moved in over the countryside. They were always in constant motion. They traveled long distances and were considered nomadic.
Was it the idle men? Gangs of idle men?
No.
Taking over the cities?
So your next one is...
What was it? You're not going to tell me?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Oh my goodness, the suspense.
A number between 1 and 10. No, yeah. And you said 6. And many stood nearly 6 feet tall
I was right?
You were right. And appeared to wear rough fur-like coats.
Oh, I'm so confused.
And then your next one is a color.
And they're moving vast distances and like...
They're nomadic.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe, is this an inanimate object? Is this like hay bales or something?
That's a good guess. Okay, so your next one is a color. And the sentence goes, this army had sharp, blank eyes that seemed to watch everything at once. You said purple. What do you think? Purple?
No.
Purple eyes?
No, that'd be cool.
No, but they're pretty cool. They're golden orange.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's got to be some kind of animal, I'm thinking.
The sounds coming from this army were deep, booming, drumming, and grunting.
It's Australia, so it's going to be something insane.
It is something insane.
Is it kangaroos? Can't be.
No. Okay, your
Wolves?
next category is a number less than 50. You said 29. Okay, you tell me. They could run nearly blank miles an hour. You said 29. What do you think?
That's scary if they can run 30 miles an hour.
They can run 30 miles an hour.
Oh my God.
Yep, 30
Nearly
exactly.
30, so maybe I
nailed
was
it.
right. Exactly.
And
That's-
then your next one is,
What is it?
a single digit number. And it says, and were said to take blank foot long strides that allowed them to outrun both soldiers and vehicles with ease.
Vehicles.
You said 3
3 foot long strides.
strides. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like if they're going 30 miles an hour.
They take 9 foot long
9?
9 foot strong. Yeah. Foot long strides. Yeah.
9 foot long strides.
That enabled them to outrun both soldiers and vehicles with ease.
9 feet is... I can't even picture what would
I know, right?
walk 9 feet in one step. Well, like a really large animal. But you said it's 6 feet tall. It's got to be like some kind of wolf, like they're leaping, sort of.
Yeah. Okay, so your next Lab Libs is a very subjective one. I said a large number.
$1 billion.
You went with dollars, which I did not ask for
No,
any time.
but I mean,
So you said 1 billion. Nearly blank of these intruders arrived trying to escape the drought. Billion?
God, I hope not.
No, but it is 20,000.
What
That's a pretty big number
the hell?
of intruders.
What is it?
Of
I'm
intruders.
so I'm scared to find out.
They destroyed crops
Oh, wow.
and tore down fences. And now the settler soldiers demanded military help from the Australian government.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I think it could be like boars or something too.
The army expected a quick victory, but the enemy did not behave as planned. The emus were not there to fuck around.
Emus! Holy shit! Oh my God, my mom is scared of emus.
Really?
Yeah, one time we went through a like drive-through safari type of thing, and it like really tried to peck at her
Oh my gosh.
with the window open.
Oh
and
my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
They're kind of wild looking.
I think it happened to her when she was a kid too, and she was like, not a fan of our plan to go on the safari thing, and we were like, it'll be fine, it's gonna be great, and then
Okay, so the emus were not there to fuck.
whoa, 20,000 emus. Emus can go 9 feet in one step. That's terrifying.
They're 6 feet tall.
They're 6 feet. I don't like that
That's
image.
nuts.
That is
right?
nuts.
Right. Yeah, I know. And run 30
my
miles
God.
an hour. Okay. So if they were attacked, they scattered into smaller groups and then returned from different directions, and it made them almost impossible to stop them.
Wow.
One army observer reported that the emus even appeared to organize themselves.
Oh my God, and they're smart.
This is your quote from earlier. A large single figure at 6 feet high would stand and watch like a leader while the others continued their destruction and warning the group whenever soldiers approached.
Whoa.
Yeah. So as the campaign went on, the soldiers realized that they were facing an opponent perfectly suited for this land. They were fast, coordinated, and adapting. So emus are large, flightless birds that only live in Australia.
Okay.
They are the second tallest bird in the world, and they stand around 6 feet high.
Do you know what the tallest is?
I think that was ostrich.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Your next Lab Libs was a body part.
Do ostriches live in Australia too?
I don't think so.
No, that sounds wrong.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, a body part.
I don't know where they live.
I don't know where they live. Nope.
A body part. You said torso.
Yep.
So
That's
standing
right.
around 6 feet high with long, blank, strong muscles that allow them to run very fast.
Long legs. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So they are also nomadic, meaning that they move long distances when food or water is scarce. Because of the drought, many emus gathered in huge groups and moved into the farming land, which caused some serious problems for the settlers who were already struggling.
Oh, man.
When the farmers asked for the government's help, because many of them were former soldiers, they suggested using military weapons.
Damn, that's dark. Just kill all the emus.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't
And it
like
also
that.
might be emu for plural, but I don't know because I didn't look it up. So.
I like saying emu.
Emus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So your next Lab Libs was a weapon. You said a dagger.
That seems wrong. I don't think a dagger is going to be real helpful.
Very wrong. Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be like rifle or something.
Yeah. Yeah. The settlers knew how effective machine guns could be.
They're going to try to kill all the emus with machine guns?
Yeah.
That's how like OP the emus are. Like they need machine guns on their fuckers? Oh no.
They knew how effective.
Are you about to tell me that the emus defeated the machine gun wielding soldiers? Oh my God, I love them.
Okay.
I love them so much right now.
The settlers knew how effective machine guns could be and requested them to deal with the birds.
Yeah, but they did.
The Minister of Defense, Sir George Pierce, agreed to send soldiers to help. This decision led to what later became known as the Great Emu War.
Oh no. What do you mean send soldiers? The soldiers are already there. Just send them machine guns. You didn't magically transform these soldiers into farmers. They are still soldiers.
They're still soldiers? What, you just hand them machine guns?
Yeah.
There you
Tell them
go.
get to work. Okay, so now they've sent more soldiers to the farmlands, but now instead of trying to turn them into farmers, they're trying to wage war against the emus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Great Emu War?
The Great Emu War.
Wow.
Yeah. So the operation began in November of 1932. And your next Lab Libs was a number less than 50. You said 17.
Yeah.
They sent blank soldiers to deal with the problem. What do you think?
You said a number less than 50?
Yeah.
They only sent less than 50 soldiers?
Less than 50 to deal with the emus. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, like 30 or something.
Yeah. 3.
3?
They sent 3 soldiers.
They sent 3 soldiers to deal with 20,000 emus?
with machine guns.
3 soldiers with machine guns. How many bullets? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh my god. So
like,
they
here's-
sent Major G.P.W. Meredith, Sergeant S. McMurray, and Gunner, which I thought meant someone that shoots.
No, that's his name?
No, that is what it means. I looked it up because I was like, I always assumed Gunner meant like the shooter.
Only one of them was the shooter?
One shooter, one gunner. Gunner J. O'Halloran.
Okay, so did the emus massacre those 3 men?
No.
That's what I feel like happened.
No. They were given 2 Lewis machine guns, so only 2.
2 machine guns for 20,000 emus.
Yeah.
They really underestimated this.
And thousands of rounds of ammunition.
I hope 20,000 at least, because there's 20,000 emus.
Yep. Their mission was to reduce the emu population and protect the crops. At first, the plan seemed simple, but which I feel like I start with that sentence so often in these things. At first, the plan seemed really simple.
Yeah, just like giving all the soldiers farmland seemed really simple.
Right, exactly. But it quickly went wrong. On the first day, locals tried to herd the birds into one place so that the soldiers could shoot them all.
Uh-huh.
But the emus split into smaller groups and scattered, so they couldn't herd
Right? Hadn't they been already doing that?
What? Scattering?
Scattering?
No, but even when you try to herd them, they would all split in separate directions, so you can't, like, you can't you can't grab more than one because they're, all splitting up. They're smart. A few days later, the soldiers tried to ambush a large group, but the gun got jammed at the wrong moment.
Oh man, this is like a old cartoon.
So even when they saw hundreds of the birds, they were not able to shoot many of them.
Wow.
The soldiers tried other methods, including mounting a machine gun on the truck so that they could chase the birds while firing.
Even that didn't work?
This also failed. The ground was rough, and the truck was too slow to keep up with the emus. The ride was so bumpy that the gunner could not aim at the birds.
Yeah.
Reports began to spread that the birds were faster and smarter than expected.
That sounds so funny to witness.
Their appearances also made them difficult targets. Their bodies were covered in loose, shaggy feathers that moved in the wind, making it hard to see where to aim on them. And if you think about it,
their feathers instead of hitting their body.
If their feathers are all over the place, like, how are you gonna know exactly where to shoot, right? I thought that made a lot of sense. I was like, oh, I guess that's true. Their heads and necks were long and thin, so that gave the gunner a really small target, and when they ran at full speed, they would just disappear into the tall grass. You can't shoot them in the neck, like long, thin neck, right?
Yeah.
They're fast and agile. People started to find the situation almost funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's really funny. And observers noticed that the emus seemed to act in organized groups, with one bird standing watch while the others fed. I left out part of it so you didn't know what it was, but one observer said that each group appeared to have a leader, described as a big black plumed bird which stands fully 6 feet high and keeps watch while his mates carry out their work of destruction. That was your quote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just omitted the big black plumed bird part of that.
Wait, say it again, because I was confused. I thought you were going to give me a Lab Libs.
No, sorry. No, it was from your quote. Described as a big black plumed bird which stands fully 6 feet high and keeps watch while his mates carry out their work of destruction.
I see. You had given me just without the bird part.
Right, exactly.
Wait, so he stands watch while all the other ones fuck shit up?
Like while they're going and trying to feed and stuff, yeah. I mean, because that's what the reason they're there is because they're creatures and they need food and water.
Right.
Right? So they didn't just go there to party down.
Yes, they did.
Malicious party animals. Like, they were trying to survive. So
Yeah,
their
of
work
course.
of destruction is a little over the top for me. Like, they were trying to eat dog. Chill. Like, so that made it hard for the soldiers to surprise them if there's the one leader, and he would warn the other one.
Of course.
Yeah. Major Meredith himself admitted that the birds were difficult to defeat. He even joked that if the army had soldiers as tough as emus, they could fight any enemy. He
This
said,
man fell in love with the emus.
he said, quote unquote, if we had a military division with the bullet carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. They can face machine guns with the invulnerability of tanks.
I mean,
And if I had a good Australian accent,
that would have been.
oh my God, that would have been
superb.
so nice. But,
Yeah.
you know, don't have one of those. It turns British every time.
I'm not even going to try.
Yeah. So this quote shows how surprising it was that this military force could not defeat a group of birds. After several days, very few emus had been killed compared to the amount of ammunition used. The soldiers stopped the operation, but they returned later in the month to try again. Even then, the results were not very good. Only small numbers of birds were killed each week, and the cost of the operation was high.
Yeah.
Despite
Makes sense.
Despite thousands of rounds of ammunition being fired, the soldiers killed very few of their targets. According to an article I read, it said nearly 10 rounds were used for every confirmed kill in the first days of the campaign. Only about 30 were brought down. Yeah.
That's not even a drop
nice.
in the hat
No.
or a drop in the bucket.
Bucket,
whatever.
hat, bucket. So, in the end, the government decided that using the army was not the best solution. Instead, they offered rewards to farmers for killing the emus themselves. This worked much better.
Yeah, no shit.
Your last Lab Libs is here, and I said a number less than 60,000. This worked much better. According to numbers, more than blank bounties were claimed in just 6 months. What do you think?
I said a really specific number, like in the 50,000s, I think.
52,766.
I think that's too high. I feel like maybe it was 10,000 or something.
Yeah, it was 57,000.
Really?
Yes.
I thought there were only 20,000 emus coming around.
Listen, I don't know, okay? I think more came. Like, I think that was the initial wave of these things.
Wow.
Yeah. 50,000 bounties.
57,000.
Sorry, yes, 57,000.
That's a lot of dead emus.
Get paid for it, right? So,
They were not looking for them emus.
yeah. I think a lot of people would probably do that.
That's kind of sad.
I know. Even though the Emu War did not last long, it became famous because it showed how poorly planned the whole situation had been.
Are there still emus in Australia? Or did they
think
like
so.
kill them all?
I don't think they killed them all, but I don't know. They might be extinct. I'm not sure. Not extinct. What's
Endangered?
it? Yes, that. I was like, what's it when they're like almost dead?
Oh my God.
Okay. The Emu War also showed how the problems started long before the birds arrived. The soldier settlement scheme had already caused conflict, taken land from Aboriginal people, and placed farmers in areas that were difficult to live in. When the drought came and the emus moved into the fields, the situation turned into something almost unbelievable.
Yeah.
Today, the event is remembered as one of the strangest military operations in history. It was not really a war, but it showed how government decisions, environmental conditions, and human mistakes can come together in unexpected ways. And I said, I feel like we have a lot of stories of follies between man and nature.
Yeah, we do.
We are not smart.
No.
Like, we really think we can take on some shit we can't take on. Do you want to see one?
Yeah.
An emu?
Yeah, let's see
See
them.
if I can get you a good picture of one. They look wild. Their eyes are crazy. They got crazy eyes.
They got crazy eyes, huh?
Okay, this one's a good. Oh, the eyeballs.
Whoa. They're kind of scary looking.
They are scary looking.
Oh my goodness.
They're weird looking too.
Wow.
No wonder they wanted to kill them all.
Jeez.
Yeah. So,
I
that.
don't know whose side I'm on. Like, I get it. They were causing destruction. But also I'm like, they sounded cool. Like, I want the emus to win.
You know me. I always want the animal to win.
Yeah.
I just, like I said, like they acted like they were there, like purposely to just destroy things. Like, bro, they were trying to survive. Why are you mad?
They are not endangered. I looked it up. They have a stable, widespread population across mainland Australia.
Okay. And is that wild that it's the only place they are?
Yeah.
There's not too many animals that are only on.
I think, but that's common for Australia. There's a bunch of animals that only live in Australia.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's so funny. I was like really sitting there trying to guess what animal you were talking about. I was like, what is it?
The wolves did sound... Yeah, when you were saying wolves, I was like, okay, I can kind of see wolves.
Yeah.
But no, it's...
But what wolf
so
is 6 feet tall?
A Twilight.
Yeah, like a dire wolf.
So the Emu War has been covered a lot in a lot of places. So
Yeah.
oh well, on that one, I think we're funnier than everyone. So, but I just thought it was just a really hilarious story that we thought machine guns were gonna take out the birds.
We always think we're like so much stronger than animals. But then they whoop our ass.
They really do.
Oh man, that's funny.
So I told you about the emus.
You told me about a lot of things. Like, even just before we got to the emus, the story was already so crazy that
That was, yeah.
they just stole all this land and
I know.
just arbitrarily gave them all wheat farms.
So take me down your rabbit hole.
Okay, we are not even on the same wavelength this week.
Nice.
At all.
Okay.
Well, I just finished up this big event that I helped to run, and we hosted a ball with the Central Florida Ballroom Collective. They're like an organization that hosts lots of events.
Oh, cool.
Are you at all familiar with ballroom?
Not
have
really.
you seen Paris is Burning or Pose or like
No,
know anything about ballroom culture?
No.
Okay. Well, I knew of it, and I've seen this show that like kind of put it into the mainstream, like as far as the queer community knowing about it, or rather the white queer community knowing about it.
Okay.
But it's basically a culture that's got a lot of history in the Black and Latino queer communities, particularly starting off in New York, but now it's like worldwide, where they have these huge get-togethers that are a fierce competition. You come bring your all, everything from what you're wearing, your confidence, your face, your dance, your planning and strategy with the team members that you come with. And there's different categories. You walk like you would walk on a runway, but way more intense.
Right.
And you get judged, and there's big prizes, big trophies.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And it started, well, I wasn't familiar with how the whole culture started. But we learned a lot working with this other organization. Like, the organization I work for is primarily a film festival, but we're branching out into arts and culture events as well.
Right.
So we wanted to partner with other organizations, and this Central Florida Ballroom Collective is the one we ended up collaborating with to make this big event. So I knew what a ball was, sort of, but just from that TV show that I watched,
right.
which was like all about that. But it's really a big part of trans communities and queer history, particularly in New York in like the 70s and 80s and 90s when the AIDS crisis was happening. Way longer, actually, which is what I'm about to tell you about. But when the AIDS crisis happened, and even before that, like in the 70s and stuff, queer kids were like kicked out of their house a lot. Even though that still happens, it was like a big problem, especially in New York. And from that, there were lots of chosen families popping up. And this kind of turned into part of that ballroom culture where they would have these houses. And there was like a house mother or father that would like lead everything. Right? So anyways, that's your like team when you're competing at the ball, is your house, your family that you're competing with.
All right.
And do you know what voguing is?
Yeah.
That's from ballroom culture too. That's part of their like dance style that they compete with. And so before we did this big event, I didn't really know much about the history, but from talking to the leaders of that group, we did like this live Q&A on Instagram, and he started talking about all of the history of ballroom. And he mentioned that, because my question was like, does this have anything to do with Bridgerton balls type thing?
Right. Yeah.
Ballroom dance.
Yeah.
You know, like
that kind of thing.
Right. Is it related at all? And he actually knew quite a bit of the history, which is where my rabbit hole originated, because he said that this ballroom culture that we have now with the houses and the big competitions and all the Black queer excellence started from something actually in the late 1800s called the Oddfellows Ball.
Oh my gosh. Do you remember? It was.
What?
Do you remember when I did Centralia and I talked about the cemetery called the Oddfellows Cemetery? And I said, do you know what the Oddfellows is? And you said no. And I told you it was like this secret society from England. That's kind of weird.
This is related to that.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah. So basically, I was really interested in it because there's this big myth around like the LGBT community from the outsiders that this is a new thing. Oh, there's so many gay people. And before like the 1960s or something, there were no gay people in public life, or they were just like hardly any existence of us. But this goes back to 1869, 100 years before the Stonewall riots, to like place that in queer history.
Wow.
And they started having these huge parties. And it started from this fraternal organization of free Black men in 1842.
Okay.
In New York. And they petitioned Manchester, England to have a lodge for the American Oddfellows. So that must be where it came from England, Oddfellows, right?
Yeah.
They were denied because they were Black.
Oh.
But they basically kept trying, and eventually they were able to make the Hamilton Lodge in Harlem, New York. So 25 years go by, and they have their 25th anniversary, which is when they decide to have a second big event, a masquerade ball. And this is their first Oddfellows Ball. And over the years, beginning then in 1869, it becomes this like safe space for men to dress up like women, basically. And wear like crazy fancy ballroom dresses and masks, and it started to be a big like music and dance event, and then it started to become a competition as well. And it was just so much earlier than I ever expected that kind of tradition to begin, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that either.
Yeah. So they started having these big, basically drag balls is what it turned into. And it was very taboo in mainstream culture, but it drew crowds of thousands to like see what was happening, you know?
Right.
And so a lot of years go by, up all the way through the 1800s and into the 1900s. And there's still, even though it was started by black men, there's a lot of racism. Once these competitions have started up, all the time that they've gone, now it's been, all the time that they've been going on, now it's been like infiltrated by all the white people coming in. Still queer white people. So there had never been any black winners of the ball, even though it was started by black people.
Right.
But it was growing and growing in popularity. And one thing I thought was really funny, like a little collision between parts of history I didn't think were related, was, do you know Madam C.J. Walker?
No.
She's the first self-made female millionaire
Oh, no, I did not know
ever.
that.
And she's a black woman.
Oh, okay.
Randomly, her daughter was a big sponsor of these Oddfellow balls, masquerade balls. Yeah, isn't that random?
Yeah.
I guess it's not. Like,
Yeah, it makes
if
sense.
you're a well-to-do black family,
Right.
of course you would likely be sponsoring this
something.
well-to-do
Anyway, yeah.
black culture event.
Right.
But it just struck me. I was like, what? Because I have heard of Madam C.J. Walker before. Okay, so then fast forward to 1936 is when we had the first black queen in terms of drag queen, and they're called like femme queens. They're talking about trans women when they say it now. I don't know if they had that language back then to call themselves trans women, but they did start calling them like queens and femme queens and stuff early on as well. And in 1936, the first black queen took home the top prize in all the 70 years that they've been having these events and competitions.
Oh my gosh.
And that really catapulted the Oddfellows Ball and all the culture surrounding that. And it started to evolve more into what we have in ballroom culture now, with like the houses they were always kind of underground, and that's still sort of how it is today too.
Okay.
That it's like, you have to know it's happening.
I was going to say it's not like super publicized.
Yeah,
really.
there's sometimes it is. Like, for example, the Central Florida Ballroom Collective that we partnered with, like, they advertise their events and stuff. But it's still sort of like, if you're in the community, you know about it, you see the advertisements. If you're outside of the community, you may not all the time.
Right.
Especially for their, like, most intense competitions where it's going to be, like, the best of the best from their communities. It's not going to just be out there for everyone to attend.
Right.
You know, and that's how it started to be early on as well. I just thought it was so interesting because I thought this was something new.
Yeah.
And then to hear this guy that we were partnering with talk about all of the history, I just like had to know more about it.
That's crazy.
I liked this set of quotes from, in 1967, there was a black contestant, Crystal LaBeija, and she claimed that the judges had discriminated against black and Latinx contestants and that the pageant was rigged towards the white women or white contestants.
Right.
She said, "She can't help it. Because you're beautiful and young, you deserve to have the best in life, but you didn't deserve it. I didn't say she's not beautiful, but she wasn't looking beautiful tonight." And she started to refuse to participate in the other drag pageants and these balls that were catering towards white contestants.
Right.
And that led her to create that first ever ballroom House of LaBeija. And she was the lead of it as the house mother. And that's sort of how the house system with like other leaders in the community started to make their own houses and name them after themselves, and they were the mother or the father in some cases, you know, depending. And it started to offer the security for all of the black and Latinx, queer, gay, trans people, especially gay men in the beginning and trans women. But now it's very inclusive to like any kind of queer people in general.
Right.
But it still is largely part of the black and Latinx community. And I just thought it was so cool.
No, that's really,
the
really
roots of it go so far back. And like, even though it was originally started so long ago by black people, it still had to go through this long, decades long phase where it was appropriated.
Right.
And it's just like history repeats itself. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep. Well,
that's what I got for you today.
cool. Thank you for telling me
roundabout.
about that. No, I did not know any of that.
Yeah, so I participated in our ball. It was very fun.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone was welcome to participate, and it was so full of like joy and fierceness and
Yeah, that's awesome. I bet it was really cool, like costumes and everything. Like
everybody.
really
it was
cool stuff.
Oscars themed, so everybody was dressed like super elegant, and it was really fun.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for sharing that, and we will be back in a couple of weeks.
Yes. Don't forget to hit all those buttons.
Yeah. Comment, like, subscribe, do whatever. Do whatever. And
thanks for listening.
look for us on Instagram, okay? All right. Thanks for listening. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.